This episode of Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief is brought to you by Right By You Mortgage. Wherever life takes you, we're right by you. Visit rightbyyoumortgage.com/podcast to learn more.
For WRAL News and the Capital Broadcasting Podcast Network, this is your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Monday, September 28th, 2020. I'm David Crabtree. Some students went back for in-person classes today, and by the end of the week, North Carolina could enter its next phase of reopening. This week, we also expect state leaders to issue guidelines for trick-or-treating. Harnett County welcomes students back to class today on a hybrid model, with students rotating the two groups in between class and virtual learning. One group will attend classes Monday and Tuesday, the other coming in on Thursday and Fridays. Schools will be deep cleaned on Wednesdays, while all students learn from home. Families are not required to return to school and keep students learning from home if they prefer. This week, we expect state leaders to issue guidance on how Halloween should be celebrated. On Friday, 25 mayors from across North Carolina met with Health and Human Services Secretary Dr. Mandy Cohen, discussing whether celebrations should be banned. The Centers for Disease Control says Halloween activities can be high risk for spreading the coronavirus. Dr. Christopher Old is an infectious disease expert from Wake Forest Baptist Health. He told WRAL's Leslie Moreno he believes it's safe to carry on with some of the traditions.
99.9% of the time, I agree with the CDC. This time, I think I'm going to break with them. I think there's a way to do Halloween safely, and you just have to think about it. And it's the same principles we use for everything else. Keep your distance, stay masked, and hand hygiene frequently. I think if you do that, I think that Halloween can be done safely and our kids can have a little bit of a break.
This week, we expect to get the official green light from the governor to move into the state's next phase of reopening, initially scheduled to take effect Friday, October 2nd. The easing of restrictions would allow concert, events, and sporting venues to begin welcoming patrons back with capacity capped at 7%. And Friday, the state's largest insurer provider announced plans to provide customers with up to $500 to help with expenses brought on as a result of the pandemic. Blue Cross Blue Shield will issue the preloaded debit cards with a balance ranging from $100 to $500. They will be sent in the mail between October 19th and November 7th, depending on what plan the customer has. Spokesperson Laura Eberhardt spoke with WRAL's Deborah Morgan about the plan.
It is our mission to improve the health and well-being of our customers and communities. And when it comes down to it, we won millions from a lawsuit, and we want to pass that on directly to our members to help them continue their wellness journeys through this difficult time.
So a lot of folks want to know who is eligible for this money.
So if you are an individual under 65 member, so if you are enrolled in that, you buy through the ACA, you're eligible. And also fully insured employer plan members are eligible for this. So this equates to about 600,000 subscribers or households throughout North Carolina.
This has been your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Monday, September 28th, 2020. I'm David Crabtree.
When it comes to buying a new home, you want to know that you're in good hands. At Right By You Mortgage, the dedicated team of lenders live in your community and are committed to being right by you every step of the way. Whether you are a growing family, a relocating professional, or a retiring couple, they'll partner with you to find the right loan to fit your unique home buying needs. Plus, with a Right By You Mortgage on-time closing guarantee, they'll pay you and the seller $500 if you don't close on time. Visit rightbyyoumortgage.com/podcast to get started. Wherever life takes you, we're right by you. Go to rightbyyoumortgage.com/podcast for full details. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 402136.